Marshall to Gavaskar. Let's stand away, it's going down. That's going to be 4, and that's Gavaskar's 100. Gavaskar getting on to his 29th Test century. His 12th century against the West Indies, and he equals Sir Donald Bradman's record of 29 Test hundreds.
Yesterday was my day. Everything that I did, or should I say almost everything that I did clicked, and I think it was a century which gave me immense satisfaction.
From the point of view of the value of the innings on the type of pitches that you have played, which is the one Test century which you would label as the best?
Oh, undoubtedly the one I got in England in 1974 in the first Test. That's because the wicket was a real green top. It was hard underneath, so there was lots of bounce. John Price was bowling really quick at that stage, and even now I feel that particular spell which John Price bowled was, you know, a very, very fast spell. Actually, I'm confusing the two. Actually, the innings I'm talking about is my 50. The 100 which I got again was on in Manchester in 74. That was my best Test century because the wicket was green. Bob Willis was trying to establish himself in the England side. In 1974, he was much quicker than he is now, because he didn't have all those injuries which he had later on in his career. The conditions were adverse. It was bleak, it was windy, it was drizzling. There were interruptions because we had to go off the field because of bad light. And we had lost a few quick wickets. In fact, we were almost in danger of being asked to bat again, till Abid came and played a very entertaining innings of 70. And you know, in his company, I managed to get 100. I think that is the best Test century I've played.
Well, it has been very often noticed that when openers tend to start getting lesser number of runs, or shall we say as age tends to catch up with you, because basically cricket is a young man's game, and with each passing day the tremendous amount of pressure that is always there, particularly on an opening batsman, seems to make them lose some sort of a confidence in themselves against really quick bowling. And quite a number of opening batsmen have successfully done well for themselves when they've dropped down the order. But on the contrary, there are many who feel that those who are opening batsmen are just suited for that. Now, have you ever given a thought to those days, say a couple of years from now, when you would like to continue playing but you would prefer to open, or would you like to ever think of going down the order?
Well, I think the captain really should decide, and if the captain and the selection committee feel that in the interest of the side a person should bat number 1 or even number 11, then it is the player's duty to do so. And in case I'm asked ever that in the interest of Indian cricket you bat lower down the order, I would do that. I have no hang-ups about continuing to open the innings as such, because I realize that my reflexes are definitely not the same. I know that I don't play the new ball as confidently as I did, say, about when I started my career. And I know I'm not as certain about the off stump as I was again when I started my career. So I know that the drawbacks in the batting and the chinks in the armour are more exposed now. So I am certainly open to any suggestions, and if the team and particularly the captain and the selection committee feel that I would be more useful to the side lower down the order, I'd do that.
Behind every successful man, they say, there is a woman. How much has this young lady contributed to you in the 9 years that you've been married to her?
Well, I think she's been my constant companion. She has been around with me everywhere. I think in moments of tension and crisis and depressing moments, she's been the one to cheer me up, give me confidence, and make me want to fight back and prove myself. I think she's contributed a great deal. She's been there, I think, right through.
Tell me something about the response that you got after he had achieved that distinction of 29 test centuries. Any interesting anecdotes that come to mind?
Well, after the century, there were a lot of people coming up naturally and congratulating me, and I was accepting all the congratulations with great glee. I knew if Sunil had seen me, he'd thrown a fit because he would have said, "What have you done to receive the congratulations?" But about the anecdotes, interesting ones, there is one before the match, that is the day before the match. We were going out somewhere, and there were some girls standing in the lobby, and they wanted autographs from Sunil. So as usual, this has been the same story for the last couple of months. They came up to him and said, "Oh, tomorrow you must score your 29th century." And I've been hearing that for so long, for the last couple of days or months or whatever, that it sort of, it didn't make any difference. But then they stood around him and said, "You must score it tomorrow." So Sunil, as usual, said, "Inshallah, and I'll try, and it's up to, it's up to the gods," his usual lines, So after that said, "No, you must score your 29th century, and you must make it the fastest century you've ever scored." And yesterday, when he did that, I said, "My God, those girls really, influenced him a lot, because he actually did it."